who was hurt a good part of last season, healthy and playing extremely well, and he's going to get the ball at the 20-yard line after Johnson takes a knee. And let's take a look at the Cardinals starters. That's Larry Fitzgerald having a great year. The motion man, he takes it and tries to slip back the other side, and Palmer lays a block, but Fitzgerald is taken down. And here is Chris Johnson. He slides to the outside, skirts a tackle, takes it to the 23. The former Tennessee Titan who spent last year with the New York Jets was released. And Reed Lips, 3rd and 7. The back is Andre Ellington. They send him out. Palmer avoids a sack and throws a duck that's incomplete. Drew Butler is the Arizona punter, and Tyler Lockett having a terrific rookie season. Great run back man. They also use him a lot at wide receiver. And the rookie from Kansas State makes a fair catch at the 33-yard line. The 7 other games. And Wilson on first down, sliding around, moving forward, throws it up to the 39-yard line, complete there to Tyler Lockett. Lynch is the tailback. Marshawn missed practice on Friday with an abdominal issue. He stays in the block. Wilson going deep downfield and incomplete. Intended for Chris Matthews, who had a tremendous day at the Super Bowl this season. 3 of them run back for touchdowns. On 3rd and 4, Wilson sprints to the outside, throws, and that's complete for a first down. Jimmy Graham, the big offseason acquisition.
3rd down, he gets the football.
Still leads the team in receptions, but no big bang yet. 39 catches for him. Marshawn Lynch to the outside. Our first flag of the game comes in.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Offense, number 79. 15-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Lynch flanks Wilson. And he fires over the middle. Goes Russell out to the 37-yard line. That's caught by Doug Baldwin in the late 90s.
Carson Palmer's coach at USC.
Right. In his junior and senior years, as Marshawn Lynch takes the ball out to the 41. Four-man rush. Wilson, as he does so effectively so often, out of the pocket, but that time overthrows Doug Baldwin. Back to receive, standing at the 15-yard line, John Ryan to do the punting for Seattle. And Peterson is met immediately as he hauls it in at the 18-yard line. And Stephen Terrell, number 23, is right there for the tackle. Chris Johnson is the running back. He gets it, and Johnson, who had a 2,000-yard season as a Titan back in 2009, gets stood up at the 25-yard line. Really called BA in his 3rd year as the Arizona coach. Play action by Palmer, slides to his right, then throws, caught. Michael Floyd, missed all the preseason after hand surgery, makes the catch, first down. And from the 35 now, Palmer fires, and that's caught by Larry Fitzgerald. Up to the 46-yard line goes the man in his 12th season. And over the left side for a gain of 3 goes Chris Johnson. 2nd down and 7. From the 50-yard line. And Johnson to the outside. Tough to get around that Seattle defense. They are so fast. Cliff Averill out there. So you run east-west, as they say, sideline to sideline against Seattle. It's tough. Fitzgerald split wide to the left. Palmer has to step up, avoids the sack, throws. Fitzgerald makes the catch, and Larry Fitzgerald out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
It's been fun to watch.
Andre Ellington is the back here, and here goes Ellington. And Ellington takes the ball to the 32. You go back to training camp with Arizona, the 3-yard line. Nice pocket, and then the pass is too high. That one intended for Jermaine Gresham, the tight end. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Cards. Defense took a timeout. And Palmer has to just throw it into the ground. There was a flag before the snap. Clete Blakeman signaled that the play was dead.
And that's a big one because that drives them outside of the traditional field goal range for Chandler
False start.
Catanzaro.
Offense, number 84. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Play clock down to 5. They go 5 wide. And Palmer is going to go for it all. And Fitzgerald with a flag thrown. Incomplete.
Prior to the pass, holding defense, number 35. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Officiating crews. And the other day, Carroll told us something interesting that came into play there. Chris Johnson to the 30. He said, you know, this officiating crew headed by Clete Blakeman, they've only called one defensive pass interference this season. Palmer. Good protection that time, and that's going to be a first down. That is Darren Fells, the tight end. This drive began back at the Cardinal 19-yard line. And trying to pull his way forward. This is Johnson. They'll wrap him up after a gain of 2 yards. See, play clock at 3. Play clock at 1. And they barely get it off as Palmer slides away and hits Ellington on the run. And Ellington is forced out of bounds at the 6-yard line by K.J. Wright. 6.7 yards per carry. Chris Johnson in there now. It's first and goal. And that pass may have been flicked away. Larry Fitzgerald on a slant. Sherman covering on the play. The drive. Second down and goal. And it's caught on the run and then dropped out of bounds. It's incomplete. Chris Johnson. Empty again. Palmer fires into the end zone, and it is in the end zone. Looked like Earl Thomas comes away with the ball. Earl Thomas with the pick.
It's going to come right through. He saw Floyd coming through. Picked it off.
And he tried to get back into the end zone. His momentum had carried him in there. So Thomas plays the role of Butler.
Ruling on the field is that the pass was intercepted in the end zone. The defender progressed the ball out to the 1-yard line, then was hit back in the end zone. So therefore, it's Seattle's ball, 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line.
That was very close.
Very. Play under review as are all turnovers, and we think it's going to come out to the 20-yard line. Thomas never got the ball totally out of the end zone. Got it above the goal line. He had to get it totally out, and that's going to be a break for Seattle here.
After review of the play, the defender was down by contact with the ball positioned in the end zone. Thereby, a 4-by rule, there's no touchback. It will be Seattle's ball, 1st and 10.
The playing field side of the end line. And there's the elbow down and the ball there. Remember, it would have to be that edge of the line out. Good overturn.
Yeah, the exact opposite if you're on offense going into the end zone is Lynch with a flag down to the 25. If you're going into the end zone, all you have to do is get the ball above the goal line, any part of it, and you're in. That's the end zone. But trying to come out, you got to get the whole ball out past the goal line. So a break there and a flag here.
What a great 5-yard run.
Offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
29 years old. First down and 20. And Wilson in the end zone, and Wilson's going to dump it.
Did it get back to the line of scrimmage?
Did he get back? Exactly right. And the Cardinals are screaming it should be intentional grounding, which would be a safety. Frosty Rucker was the guy who pressured him, and now they're going to talk about this. Because Arians wants to see a safety.
Out of the pocket, threw the ball to or beyond the line of scrimmage. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. Second down.
10-yard line. He goes back into the end zone. He's outside the tackle box.
No question. You're allowed to throw it away.
Right. Did the suburbs count?
LA game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Stated at the top, a vital game for them to win if they want to have a realistic chance to win the division. Lynch trying to shed tacklers and fights his way out to the 15-yard line. Third down. Former Buffalo Bill picked up this season. He stays in the block, and Wilson somehow escapes, but not very far. And then the ball is loose at the 20-yard line, and the Cardinals are going to come up with it. Was it a forward pass is the question.
It's one of those little flip forwards that we see out of Russell Wilson all the time.
Incomplete. So he's gotten away with a couple here. It's forward to avoid the fumble.
Here's a guy, a name you'll recognize, Dwight Freeney. Since he's been picked up about halfway through the season, he's had a major impact. Got around Gary Gilliam there. And then on the outside, Marcus Golden.
John Ryan to punt. And Patrick Peterson. This is a low line drive kick, but it's away from Peterson. Has to scoop it up on a hop and takes the ball to about the 45 of Seattle. So we have 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The playoffs against Carolina. And their season ended in Charlotte. And that pass is caught by Larry Fitzgerald. He takes it to the 26-yard line. The fountain of youth with this guy. Already 4 grabs for number 11 as the quarter comes to an end here with Chris Johnson taking it to the 25-yard line. So they've run 20 plays to Seattle's 9 in the quarter, but the game is scoreless as we go to the second in Seattle. Second down and 8. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya on Sunday night, and Larry Fitzgerald has just made his 5th catch of the game. That's good for a first down of the 12. Chancellor makes the tackle. Palmer this time out of the pistol. Johnson breaks a tackle, but then he's going to lose more yardage, so he was able to spin away in a second and 18 from the 20-yard line. Only a 3-man rush, and Palmer slips it underneath, and then Johnson just dropped it. 18, the 3 wideouts are all set to the right. Palmer escapes, throws, and that's caught for a very short gain as Darren Fells makes the catch, and Bobby Wagner, the middle linebacker, stops him, and they'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Long against either one of these defenses.
Chandler Catanzaro, second-year kicker out of Clemson, will put up the first points of the night on a 33-yard field goal. Cardinals with Catanzaro kicking off. And Tyler Lockett, who's a major threat from the 2-yard line. Good coverage there. Out to the 22-yard line. Got Rashad Johnson back there as well. Steady and solid at safety, and Lynch can't get out of the backfield as he gets taken down. Flag here.
Holding. Offense, number 82. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That backs him up.
And we haven't matched that attitude all the time. Some of those Marshawn Lynch runs didn't sit well.
And then the ball is loose in the end zone, and Wilson's going to cover up, but this time it is a safety.
Slow Coon back a little bit, but watch Russell Wilson. Just sort of almost seems oblivious to what's in front of him. Holds the ball loosely. It gets out. And now here we go. As you go back through this season.
This job picks up 2 points, and now you get the free kick back to Arizona. So the Cards will get it here. Patrick Peterson fields it at the 20-yard line and brings it back 21 yards to the 41, and back we go to the safety.
Throw the ball down the field.
So he is getting sacked on average 4 times a game. And Palmer is going to throw deep and leaping incomplete. Good coverage that time, intended for John Brown.
Get the ball out and help my offensive line some.
And Johnson's going to pick up a couple of yards here. So from 2nd and 10, we go to 3rd and 8 in Glendale, Arizona. 3rd and 8. Blitz coming. Good protection though that time, and the pass is incomplete, but a flag comes in, and that's Sherman covering Brown again.
Fouls against the defense on the play. Holding, number 26. That penalty's declined. Pass interference, number 25. The ball he placed at the spot of foul. First down, Arizona.
Deep drop. Bennett can't get to him. Slings it downfield. Flag is down, and that's Michael Floyd for the moment, who would set up a 1st and goal, but you have a flag down. It's a pretty good indication who it's on.
Illegal formation. Offense. The whitest man covered up the inside receiver. Penalties 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Jump up a little bit, and you can get those deep overs in.
Makes it a 1st and 15. And now to the outside, and that's backhanded by Michael Floyd. Makes a nice catch. Sherman is there again. Johnson to the outside. Found room, picks up the first down, takes it to the 36. So Johnson from the 36-yard line. And they, talk about, guys being too old at 30, but not Johnson and not Lynch at 29. Let's go to Michelle. And it is 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals. And that's incomplete. Pass intended for Fitzgerald. He looked around for a flag, sees none. Palmer in the pocket, fires, and that'll be caught for a first down by Gresham.
He's out.
First down to the 23. Now they give it to Johnson. And Chris picks up a couple to the 21-yard line. Williams comes up from the corner. 3-man rush. And that's enough to get him. Sacked at the 29-yard line.
Well, you could tell that Carson Palmer has a good vibe tonight going with Larry Fitzgerald. He looked that way, but Richard Sherman was all over the double move. And if you don't make someone initially open.
The sack by Italian makes it 3rd and 14. Palmer with a deep drop. Going to the end zone, and it is caught by Floyd. Michael Floyd for the touchdown.
Was he in? That's the question. Michael Floyd, you got one heel toe. It has to get all the way down. The other heel toe, I think they're going to get credit for it.
Gets both feet in, has control from what we can tell. We'll look at control now from this angle. Has it. And that was a 3rd and 14.
One.
So upon first glance, it looks like it will stay in. 2.
And out. Job by Michael Floyd realizing that.
Already confirmed. Extra point by Catanzaro is good. It's been all Cardinals, 12-0 as Catanzaro puts it in the air. And Lockett will down it in the end zone. Adverbs, do your job well at the 20-yard line. Rolling is Wilson. And running out of room. Flag is down. Secondary doing its job for Arizona. And
holding. Offense, number 88. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
On a cart. He couldn't even fit into half the time. And that's incomplete. Coming in to break that up. And a pass intended for Kearse is
started in training camp. But I know he's frustrated, and you can see because he doesn't make plays like that.
And beast mode can go nowhere, and you got a quintet, in fact, 5 white shirts who wrap him up. 3. And Wilson that time, good protection, and that is broken up. You had 3 guys, including Matthew, around the intended receiver.
Ordinarily go with this offense. It's almost like they're trying to become this passing team.
Well, they're running the read option a lot less than they have in the past. Good punt there. Patrick Peterson.
Look out.
Around the corner. Dangerous. Good run back, and he steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Out of the field at the 45 of Seattle. Palmer off his back foot throws, and that will be a 6-yard gain for Darren Fells.
Together somehow.
2nd and 3. And Johnson cuts it back and is close to a first down. In the car was the driver died. From the 35-yard line. Palmer deep down the sideline and reaching for it is Floyd. Is he in?
We're saying yes.
Michael Floyd holds on and is out of bounds, though spotted at the 1-yard line. Great catch. 34-yard catch. Of course, Carroll wants to take a look at this and see if he wants to challenge it.
I love what Michael Floyd did there. So many times receivers stop fighting when the ball's in the air. But you could see that Michael Floyd not pushing off or anything else we're going to get.
Contend.
Arizona is challenging the ruling on the field that the receiver was short of the goal line.
Right. They rule on the field he's short of the goal line, but they're going to look at that on replay.
That
and it looks like it's a touchdown.
Sure does.
So if Arians wins the challenge, they'll add the touchdown.
Boy, how hot has Michael Floyd been?
To review the play, the ruling on the field has changed. Runner had control of the ball, extended across the goal line. It is a touchdown. Arizona will not be charged with the timeout. Please put 4 minutes, 2 seconds on the game clock.
So Catanzaro comes in to try to tack on a 19th point. And the crowd a little stunned right now with 4:02 to go. And Catanzaro to send it down toward Lockett. Kicks it away from him and into the end zone. Back in 11 out of LSU, who's made the Pro Bowl every season. Wilson fires, and that's caught, and then spun down. Baldwin gaining 9.
Said Chris, he made adjustments and reversed it.
Michelle on 2nd and 1. The handoff goes to Marshawn Lynch. He gets to the
back to being the athlete that we had all seen for the first 3 years.
And the Seahawks going no huddle, and Wilson's going to pack it in, take off, and get the first down before he steps out of bounds.
They're kicking it back into gear now.
Going no huddle, only the 3rd first down, and now Wilson's going deep, and that's caught on the run, and that is Paul Richardson, who's been injured.
Everything's starting to work.
Ticking down to 2 minutes to go, and Wilson fires over the middle, and that's caught. Jimmy Graham and then dropped. Jimmy Graham had it and couldn't hold on. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass for Graham. And Wilson will fire toward Graham again, and that is incomplete, but a flag is thrown. Tyrann Mathieu will get flagged for interference. So they go Graham's way again, and that's going to move it close to the goal line.
Defense, number 32. The ball he placed at the 1-yard line. First down, Seattle.
Lynch is the running back. On a 1st and goal, and you give it to the fullback to Galafo, and he will take it into the end zone. So they go 80 yards, 6 plays, 3 runs, 3 passes, almost get the touchdown to Graham.
From tackle, watch this block. Anytime you get an offensive lineman takes his guy and just drives him 4 or 5 yards back into the end zone. That was Rodney Gunter, the rookie. That was a big-time block right there.
The extra point. And with a minute and 52 seconds remaining in the opening half. A few big hits, too.
Yeah, you know, but whatever. The rules are the rules in the NFL.
Hauschka's kickoff. And David Johnson will take a knee in the end zone. Cards with all of their timeouts at their disposal with a minute and 52. Palmer fires. That's caught. Here's Floyd again. Had the first down. Brought it back. Gets it again.
Deep balls this year. There aren't many teams, maybe Pittsburgh being the other, that still relies on those deep throws.
Palmer slings it to the outside. And does Fitzgerald stay in? He does.
What a catch. Just watch him let his body go limp, drag those toes, and maintain control.
Crowd sees it. It can't be challenged, and the crowd says, what? That would have had to have been stopped by New York, and Andre Ellington takes it to the 41-yard line.
I thought he had it. I really thought his feet were down right now.
2nd down and 1. And now this is Ellington. He's going to swing to the outside and try to dart for a first down. Looks to be a little bit short. And they put the ball.
They marked it.
Yeah, they marked. And Arians is saying if you're going to mark it right there, it's a first down. So you should measure, if nothing else. They stopped the clock. One official looked like he was going to mark it short of the first down. Top it here. He has the first down. That's the only way it can be changed. Hand down. Knee goes. That's where the play is dead at that point. Stick is right on the 40-yard line.
No question, shy of the 40-yard line here. And for Andre Ellington, I think everybody has to learn the hard way right there.
On the 40. And a first down as Ellington angles his way to the 39. Arizona conserving its final timeout.
Got him.
Three-man rush to the outside, and you got a flag down.
Yeah, they had too many men on the field and called timeout.
Prior to the snap, Seattle takes its second timeout. This is a 30-second timeout.
Michael Bennett inside.
Four-man rush over the... Whoa, what a pop taken there. Bobby Wagner hitting Andre Ellington. Second down and 4. And Palmer slides away. That's caught, but then the ball is loose and picked up at the 23-yard line, but they're going to say incomplete. Incomplete. The play will stop. The clock will go back to where the incompletion was.
Fields an incomplete pass, brings up third down.
At best, Seattle could get the ball here if they rule that a completed pass. Watch him. He's going to catch it, turn up the field. That's close.
Crowd sees it. They want to see it reviewed. Of course, they look at it. New York, it's inside 2 minutes. There are no challenges.
Oh, baby.
Here it is in real time. The way the official, everything's in McGill. And now this play is stopped.
Prior to the snap, I was notified that the previous play is under review.
Wow. You see,
comes out of these rules of what is a catch and not a catch.
Good
2
luck.
feet down, 3 feet down. I don't care what it is, but let's make a rule. 1, 2. Did he get the third one down? So there's some rule that we can come up with. And I think the fear is they don't want to have all these sort of catch, non-catch turned into fumbles. But at the same time, it's impossible to officiate right now.
correct. I mean, they got to parse everything anyway. I mean, it's not as if the competition committee hasn't looked at this.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. It is an incomplete pass. Brings up third down. Because they've been notified prior to Seattle taking a timeout. Seattle gets their timeout back, so they'll have one remaining timeout.
Clock went back to 21 seconds, and that is caught, and that is the rookie David Johnson to the 25-yard line. 1 for 1, made one from 33 earlier. And that one is right down the middle. So, at the end of another wild and woolly first half, it's 22-7. Michelle getting the scoop from Bruce Arians. Night when Arizona can either take a 3-game lead or Seattle can shave the lead in the West to 1. Here's Tyler Lockett, the rookie out of Kansas State. He'll bring it back to the 20, and Michelle with a lot to report on. Michelle. Low snap. Wilson fires, and it's behind the intended receiver, behind Jimmy Graham.
That's the way this offense has looked on occasion.
Lynch sliding away, taking Matthew for a ride, and half of that Cardinal defense as well, and that gets the crowd stirred up all the way out to the 36-yard line.
And where it begins, and if it doesn't begin there, they're going to struggle.
And here goes Thomas, rolls an undrafted rookie, and he has made his mark. That's a gain of 13.
Like he was.
Lynch back in now. He flares out off his fingertips and incomplete. A second down and 10. And Wilson slides out the back door and then throws a changeup to Jimmy Graham to the 20-yard line. First down, a little floater.
Drill is always a part of Russell Wilson's offense.
From the 21 now, fired over the middle and incomplete. At the 10-yard line, Jefferson covering. Graham coming in motion, slot right, fake to Lynch, he stays in the block. There goes Wilson at the back door again, but not very far, taken down at the 21-yard line. Third and 10 from the 21. Over the middle, that's caught, but shy of the first down as Bethel makes the tackle on Baldwin. So the ball is now at the 13-yard line. The second half, and Hauschka trying to make it a 12-point game. And he tacks on 3 here with 11:18 to go in the third quarter. It's now 22-10 Cardinals. Five yards into the end zone, David Johnson. He'll bring it back to the 17-yard line. Out of the pistol, now they flank him to the left. And Palmer hangs in the pocket, fires, caught up at the 38-yard line. Larry Fitzgerald.
And Carson keeps looking for him.
Keep an eye on Fitzgerald. Came back grimacing to the huddle that time. Here's Johnson to the 40.
Comes a slot blitz.
2nd and 8. And trying to bust his way up the middle, Chris Johnson, but Shed had other ideas. 5 blockers, 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete. He tried to get it over the middle to Andre Ellington, and so the Seattle defense holds.
That's what messed. And Carson Palmer said, "Come on, man, just keep running." It was man.
Butler to kick it to Lockett. His father Kevin played in the league for a lot of years, primarily with Kansas City. Makes the fair catch.
Ackler on the team. And really a remarkable story.
Here's Rawls trying to do a Marshawn Lynch imitation. Gets about 6 and then crawls for another 3, but they will give him forward progress only to the 20-yard line.
Right at that 211-pound guy. And when they've had a little success, but haven't done enough.
Wilson going deep, and it's going to be picked off by Ty Matthew at the 40-yard line. And he's got a little bit of a convoy, but that breaks down after he takes it back to the 37-yard line, and Jimmy Graham makes the tackle. Defense 14 this season.
This guy is so good. Tyrann Mathieu, look at him. He is an out and up. It looked like it was going to be perfect position. He jumps that out cut and then just flips his hips and comes back underneath that ball and makes a brilliant play. Tyrann Mathieu is a fantastic football player. I think you could play him just about anywhere on the field and he would do all right. But because they're behind.
Palmer, pump fake, and then that's underthrown. Flag is thrown. There was contact there. You got Fitzgerald and Sherman in that marquee matchup. And Clete Blakeman will make the call.
Pass interference. Defense, number 25. The ball he placed in the spot of the foul. First down, Arizona.
Call this season. Well, they call one on his main man there. What's the second tonight? Whew. That's Cliff Averill. Flips it outside. That's incomplete. Tender for John Brown, who's been blitz coming, fires it, caught, short of the first, set up a field goal. Andre Ellington makes the catch. That gets it to the 20. Arizona up by 15 again, but you've got a flag. 2 of them come in before the snap. It was 4th and 5.
Start. Offense, number 92. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
All right, for Catanzaro. And that one is right down Main Street. So they get the field goal that Seattle, the second half of the season for both of these teams, game 9. And it's a runnable kickoff. Lockett back out to the 32-yard line. So this one, right now they're up by 15 in the third. Wilson fires, and that's caught, and on the run, taken off. Baldwin, big gain, and into Arizona territory.
Before he got suspended. Good work out there. Ooh.
Lynch.
The ball was bobbled all the way.
Yeah, runs into a lot of traffic and is taken down for a loss of a couple. Great option this year as opposed to years past. Second down and 11, and Wilson is going to get tangled and loses the ball again, but they are going to contend that he was stopped.
Holding. Defense, number 21. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
After all that,
To getting that ball out of his hand quickly. Like
good.
that.
Clean pocket, open man, touchdown Baldwin.
go. A little sluggo up the field. And they're after Gerard Powers now, who's coming back from a hamstring injury. And they have found a target in this one. But again, quick release, quick throw, get the ball out of his hands.
Hauschka now for the extra point to make it a one-possession game, which he does. Again at 25-17. And it's fielded in the end zone. David Johnson will come out with it to the 19-yard line. That's where, after a relatively quiet first half, thanks to Arizona's dominance. And Palmer off play action, deep downfield and through the hands of Floyd. He'd beaten the coverage. He's there.
Launched it.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Palmer fires this one, and that will be caught. Floyd and Fitzgerald each over 100 yards receiving tonight. 3rd and 1, and before we get started, Watford came across the line. Fitzgerald saying you got to call offside on those. We have Seattle.
False start. Yeah. Offense from the 78. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Is the back. 3rd down and 6. Here they come. And Palmer's forced to throw it away and incomplete. Michael Bennett putting the pressure on.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 3. Quarterback was in the pocket. There was no one in the vicinity of where the ball landed. The ball we placed at the spot of the foul, which is the 11-yard line. It also is a loss of down. Brings up 4th down.
We'll send it down to Tyler Lockett.
Look out. This kid's exciting.
And he'll have a chance. But a flag is thrown, so you know what that always means. And the crowd can do a little bit of cheering and get excited and all of that. But every time you see that flag get thrown.
During the kick, holding receiving team number 33. Penalty is 10 yards from the end of the kick. 1st down. In addition to the foul against the receiving team, we also have unsportsmanlike conduct on the kicking team, the bench. That penalty will also be enforced, and Seattle will retain the ball, 1st and 10.
Possession game. Over the middle, and that's dropped. Dropped by Graham. Talked about how important this game is for Seattle. You know,
do not want to see even make the tournament because they're ones that could go from a wild card to a Super Bowl.
And Pittsburgh did that against Seattle in 05, going from the 6 hole to do it. As Russell Wilson takes off and gets it up.
Go against Dallas, no sacks without Russell Okung, so they're getting better.
3rd and 4. There goes Wilson, double pump fake, and he stopped at the 47, very close to the 1st down. Blakeman takes a look and signals move those sticks.
Oh, I don't blame them.
No, they don't want
It's a challenge already. I didn't think that was. I thought that one deserved another look anyway.
There comes the challenge flag. That was a 3rd and 4, so if they don't get it.
Arizona is challenging the ruling on the field of the spot where the runner was down by contact.
All right, they'll take a look. See where they can spot it. If Arizona wins the challenge, they'll have one more. They've already used one and won it.
Elbow down there.
Otherwise, they're out. So it looks like the ball has not reached. Of course, the yellow line is not official. You know that. But often.
After review of the play, the runner was down by contact with the ball short of the line to gain. Brings up 4th down at that spot. Arizona will not be charged a timeout. And because they've had 2 successful challenges, they're granted a 3rd.
He gets it again, and he leans forward. Let's see. Let's see. You tell me at this point. Could have another challenge at the end of
Whatever
this.
they say it is, because that is a massive pile.
Yep. If it's a 1st down, Arians would have another challenge, but what's definitive?
Wow.
Let's look at it from this side.
Did he ever make it there? One of the linemen went across that line, but remember the ball has to get there.
Uh-huh.
Right down the line, you had some chance of seeing it.
Well, they measure, and where they spotted it is a first down. Ball is. He threw it.
Yeah.
So he gets that third challenge.
Just watching it with the naked eye, it sort of looked like the lineman fell across the line. I wasn't sure that the back of the ball did.
Challenging the ruling on the field of the location of the spot where the runner was down by contact.
Here we go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. It is a first down for Seattle. Arizona will be charged a timeout, and they are now out of challenges.
3 and out. So a first down at the 47-yard line. Big hole. Lynch. Marshawn Lynch flagged down. It's an 11-yard gain.
Holding. Offense number 64. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
J.R. Sweezy.
Yeah.
That's Thomas Rawls now in the game. Put him in the slot to the left. And Wilson chased out. Keeps his eyes downfield. He's going to take off with it. And the ball fumbled out of bounds. It's like he was shaken up on the last play. The left tackle, second down and 15. And Wilson just has to fire that one away.
And he got outside the tackle box, so
third and 15 with a restructured offensive line, at least for the moment. And Wilson sliding away and throws that one away. Justin Bethel came in from the corner.
Told how much teams blitzed him because he was so adept at getting the ball out of his hand quickly. He controlled what they did.
Ryan's kick bounces at the 14 and skids out of bounds with 40 seconds.
Need one of those right here.
From the 14-yard line, this drive begins with Johnson picking up about 4. To the 18-yard line, tackled there by Kerry Williams. Seattle, Washington. Back we come to CenturyLink Field on second down and 6. Palmer chased out, throws it into the Seattle bench. Third down. Well, Carson.
But Carson says he's rough on the players in those film sessions.
Third down and 6. Look out! And he loses the ball. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Seahawks, and rolling into the end zone for a touchdown is KJ Wright.
So here it comes.
Field is a touchdown.
Ball's out, no question. It's actually going to get kicked there. But now let's watch and see as they pick it up if Carson Palmer gets a piece. He's diving for the ball and definitely hits KJ Wright. So that will not be a touchdown.
Be down by contact at the 2-yard line. So all turnovers reviewed, and it should make it a first and goal at the 2. And KJ Wright.
Previous play is under review.
Off the edge right here, and nobody picks it up. Bobby Massey goes down inside, and they basically just turn Averill loose around the edge. That's the second time now we've seen that Massey has chosen sort of opposite.
After review of the play, the defender recovered the ball, was contacted by the quarterback, putting him down by contact with the ball at the 3-yard line. So Seattle's ball, first and goal from the 3. Please put 14 minutes, 49 seconds on the game clock.
Lynch is the running back. Marshawn looking for room. Finds it. Touchdown.
Right in there, going to jump out and get Deion Buchanan, and then Marshawn Lynch took his sweet time getting in there, but eventually found his way in, and nobody ever did put him on the ground. Now this game is starting to turn.
Set to the left to try to tie the game. And a little floater is incomplete, and there is no flag on the play.
Loves her baby.
Well, the baby's pretty quiet, at least publicly, so mom carries the torch. David Johnson from a couple of yards in. And the coverage is outstanding, tackled by Michael Morgan up at the 13-yard line. The signals of Carson Palmer as he begins this drive from the 13-yard line. Pressure up the middle. Palmer to the outside, too high for Fitzgerald. Covered by Williams. 2nd down and 10. Palmer slips away. That's incomplete, and Fitzgerald gets ripped by Wright, and a flag comes in.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Helmet-to-helmet contact with the defenseless receiver. Penalties 15 yards from the previous spot. 1st down.
For Arizona, maybe they try and establish some run game.
I haven't seen this set. And this is Johnson, who gets taken down there for a gain of 2. Sherman and Chancellor. Johnson again slides to his left up to the 34. Irvin in on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Cardinals. 3 receivers to the right. Palmer's going to go down. The ball's out again. And going into the end zone to give Seattle the lead for the touchdown is Bobby Wagner. K.J. Wright.
Just right up here. When you've got that pressure, you have to block down. It's the interior gaps you have to get first. And maybe because of all the injuries and the substitutions, but they have made a lot of protection mistakes here tonight.
Seattle defense that this crowd has come to know and love. 2-point conversion. Now you got Wilson to the outside. Fires incomplete. So Seattle has now had the lead in every game over the last 3.5 seasons. Every one that Wilson has played in. And David Johnson gets tackled up at the 17-yard line. This drive from the 17-yard line. Palmer takes it out of the pistol, throws to Fitzgerald, and Larry up the field all the way up to the 32-yard line for a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. A rush tonight, and that won't get it done. Palmer to the outside, too high, intended for John Brown. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Deep drop, caught. Fitzgerald has to go to the ground, though.
Okay, against the 4-man rush, it's when they brought pressure that they've had issues.
And here comes pressure. And Palmer throws, and a flag is thrown as Floyd.
Well past 5
Illegal
yards.
contact. Defense number 29. The penalties declined. Yardage is enough for a 1st down.
Out for the moment. Ball at the 48-yard line. And here goes Johnson. And he gets slung back as he crosses midfield by Cam Chancellor. Play clock at 2. And that's tipped and caught by Jerron Brown. Juggled, almost intercepted, and then Brown is able to snatch it out of the air.
Better. Watch him undercut this thing. He knows exactly what's going on. He's reading the quarterback, and somehow Brown tips it to himself. What a play.
Yep. 9:40 to go in regulation. And Palmer's going to go deep downfield, and that one is out of bounds. It's Jerron Brown again. Pocket 3. Got to snap it.
Look out.
And he gets hit as he throws, and that's Cliff Averill. He's already had a strip sack. 3rd down and 10. This time good protection, and a flag is thrown intended for Britton Golden. 19 accepted penalties in the game.
Defense number 54.
That'll be the 20th.
A 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Pressure, sliding out, caught Jerron Brown, and he's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Earl Thomas, Palmer in the backfield from the 14. And Carson throws at the end zone, and it's juggled and caught for a touchdown by Gresham. Jermaine Gresham juggled for an instant, pulls it in, touchdown, and Arizona takes the lead again.
Hang in there, and there's Gresham, the guy that he said, you want to pick out somebody to talk about that's made a difference for us? coming off of the back surgery, got it just over the hands of Earl Thomas, who has 3 interceptions, 1 tonight.
Making some noise. That's his first touchdown catch of the season. And Catanzaro ready to kick the extra point. But before that,
false start. Offense number 92. 5-yard penalty. Continue to try.
Seattle good.
Catanzaro now for the 38-yard extra point, and that one is good. The Seattle defense has accounted for the last 2 touchdowns. And now the Cardinals with the lead again. You got a short kick, and Lockett juggles it, picks it back up, and gets surrounded by a passel of white shirts at the 8-yard line. Is 9 out of 23 for 172 yards, and we start with Lynch. And Marshawn keeps on chugging. And he turns no gain into a pickup of about 3 out to the 12-yard line. Second down and 6. Up at the 13. Wilson finds that opening, gets away, then flips it down the sideline. Doug Baldwin had gotten free. Gain of 28 to the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. Fires caught into Seattle territory. Baldwin again tackled by Matthew. First down.
Leader of that wide receiver room.
And Wilson, and this time he's able to fire it away. Rodney Gunter almost had the sack. He I think was inside the tackle box, so they will talk about this as he slung it away.
I don't know about that one.
Arians wants it.
Flags out.
The tackle's back.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 3. The ball we place at the spot of the foul. It's also loss of down. Brings up second down.
Sound has feel, and it does in this ballpark. Here's Wilson again. A little dump off to Lynch. And Lynch is taken down from behind. He'll spot the ball at the 50-yard line, and it's those hump games. Lynch stays in the block. Wilson then throws, and it should have been intercepted by Ty Matthew. Patrick Peterson sets up at the 10-yard line. And Peterson's going to come up and make a fair catch at the 21-yard line. Have the ball at the 20. Johnson. He starts with a 7-yard gain. In a perfect world, and we'll get to that in a second. Here's Michelle first.
Just want to grind out some first downs here. Larry Fitzgerald will be like a fullback now.
Yep. Johnson. Yeah, in a perfect world, I started to say, in a perfect world, what you have is a situation where you run the ball, you pick up some first downs. Fitzgerald is in motion, play clock at 1. Here comes the pressure. The pass is caught by Jerron Brown right in front of the bench. So this kid who comes in, play clock at 1 again. Slings it to the outside. Leaping grab, Larry Fitzgerald, and he stays in bounds. Palmer in a masterful job taking that play clock all the way down. Johnson swings to the outside, then back upfield across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And over right guard, gain of a couple there for Chris Johnson.
All 3 tight ends left.
Johnson. He gets into Seattle territory. Gang tackled up at the 48-yard line. And it will be 3rd down and 4. First things first on a 3rd down and 4 from the 48. And they run a draw with Ellington, and he's going to get the first down and stay in bounds and go all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Goes inside and outside and just takes it right up the boundary. I thought he was just going to fall down there to make sure he stayed in bounds. He did one better than that, didn't he? What a tremendous call by Bruce Arians.
Stayed in, knew he had to stay in, didn't want that clock.
Early in the 4th quarter, to put together those two drives.
Catanzaro for the extra point, and now we are officially at the 2-minute warning with 1:58 since the Chicago days. Chicago to St. Louis to Arizona. And they got things rolling right now as Tyler Lockett will bring it back up the middle. Nice run back out to the 32-yard line for the Kansas State rookie who gets shaken up on the play.
Doesn't matter. You can take a field goal first if you wish.
You know, Lockett, we saw him getting assisted back.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And what they've done in the fourth quarter, going up and down the field twice, is just remarkable.
Well, if they hold on to this win, Jermaine Kearse, very good, to put it mildly, until they got to the Super Bowl in 2008. And that went on for years and years. As Wilson picks up the first down from the 44-yard line. Wilson now. Blitz from the corner. The pass is incomplete.
Solid back there.
2nd and 10 with a minute and a half to go. Arizona putting the pressure on, and now Wilson's going to take off and exploit that and get to the 35-yard line. So that's a first down. Clock keeps running. They have one timeout. He wants to spike it here. There's James Betcher, the defensive coordinator. So what you want to do if you're Seattle at this point, 2nd and 10. 4-man rush. That's caught. Graham will step out of bounds. That saves a spike or a timeout. Clock stopped with 63 ticks. Get a 7-point, 1-possession game. Ooh, it almost got blocked, but the kick is right down the middle. So you've got 58 seconds. Can attempt to recover it. Hauschka sends a high hopper that will be caught by Larry Fitzgerald, and that will seal it. Relations people in the league, and the Cardinals will have a very happy flight back, and of course we're very happy to tell you that Mike Iupati will be on the plane as well.
Carson Palmer, if he was a part of the conversation for MVP, he is a little bit more now in my book because of what he did. And it wasn't just the drives, it was the circumstances surrounding those drives. Tremendous.
And look at that, 6 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks all going down to defeat on one day a night in the National Football League. So Arizona blew a 19-0 lead. The defense led to 2 quick Seattle touchdowns. Then the Cardinals had that tremendous drive, then an unbelievable call on a 3rd down on the last drive, culminating with Ellington's touchdown run. And they go to 7-2. Volkswagen post-game report coming up on the other side of the break.